we are going live. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Christine Austin Ill coming to you guys live on a Thursday. And we are live a couple minutes later than normal, as I needed to get a few things together for you guys. But we are here and welcome. I see a couple people already jumping on. As you guys seen on the topic, I am going to give you guys the update of January with my financial goals and working within this workbook. And I have learned a few things about myself. Yes, indeed. And I want to talk about, are you living in heaven or hell right now on earth, and all about your perception, right? And as I'm getting a few things in here, and my husband is making me uncomfortable because he's down here every Thursday, y'all. Every Thursday, they mess with me. They don't mess with me any other time until Thursday. What's going on, Megan? Good to see you. Good to see you on here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Man, I'm excited. Let me just get this other one on. I wish I could do all of the lives on all at the same time, but can't. So we're just going to do what it do, right? But welcome. I see on this side we have all the light, and on the other side we do not, but it's all good. It is all good. So I'm going to give it another minute before we get on. If I could just turn the camera over here. We want Raheem on this live all the time, guys, don't we? Please put your comments down below that we can get our husband, my husband, on the live, because he wants to be right here, but he won't be right here with y'all. I'm working on him, y'all. I'm working on him. They said, come on and get on the live, babe. Come on. Come on and say hello. I tell you, they just want to mess with me. But yes, yes. So I'm just going to jump right in because I don't want to be on tonight. I really don't want to be on for a whole hour. I just want to be on for the 30 minutes. Beautiful thing. I paid for a video app. It's called Luma something. But what it is it's going to allow me to be able to put the different videos together and make it so that it's just not all over the place, right? Because the videos that I did for the door knocking, they're chopped up. And with this app, I'll be able to put them all together and make it nice and smooth for you guys. You can follow along without it, again, being kind of chopped up. So I'm growing in the knowledge of how to do the videos and how to upload them. But it is taking me a little bit of time because I'm not familiar with that program and I'm learning. But oh my God, it's so much fun. Like being able to put music in with, you know, the video and all that good stuff. I'm excited. However, I didn't want to not get on here because I didn't figure it out, but it's coming. So jumping in. So first, I definitely want to start with the update of the workbook. And you guys know I've been talking about my little workbook that I had created last month. And I know last week, I'm grabbing a few things. Sorry. I said that I was going to have out the book for you guys to purchase. Let me tell you, I may still do it for you guys, but when I put the additional pages on so that you don't have to make the copies of your pages for the year, that thing came out to 500 pages. Like, I can't even do how thick, like a lot of pages. And so mentally, I'm trying to figure out how I could cut that down, because 500 page book is going to cost a pretty penny. And I wouldn't even want to spend that much. And I don't want to, you know, I wouldn't want to carry a big book. But if you guys are, you know, interested in that, even if it's 500 pages, because you wouldn't have to make the copies, let me know. Send me an email, put your comments down below. And of course, I'll do a one-on-one basis for that book. But in the meantime, what I did was I just went and I bought a little small 1/2-inch binder and put the pages right in here. Now, of course, you guys figure out this camera. It is an updated front cover. I have a couple different front covers, and as well as the mail version that will be on the website. And then on the inside, it's just a little bit different. It's just cleaner so that whenever you print, it won't take up so much of your ink, right? But as you see, I put these in sheet protectors, but there's enough space that you can just have the 3-hole punched and the pages go directly into this binder, right? I like the sheet protectors just because I just like to keep it neat. That's just me, right? And you can get those sheet protectors at the dollar store. You can get them at Walmart. They're very inexpensive. The kids, I did create a kids binder. Isn't that fun? This was going to be Naya's. And it has like fun little folders on the inside. And you can dress up your own little planner calendar too. It's so that you can put, you know, your little notes and things in there. So this is hers. I ordered, there's a book format. So when it comes in, she'll be able to put hers in her binder, and my son has his as well. Because we're doing like, book club, making sure that they're reading so many books and then doing the summary on their book. So I have a couple of different versions for the kids, right? But let's get into my update because, I put my copies in this little binder that I got from Walmart. And I have all of my sheets in here because I like to be able to just print the week that I'm working on, grab it. I have it stapled, and this is what literally comes out in the truck with me when I'm working. This is what I'm taking in the truck. So it's just easy for me to grab it and do the work, right? I've already printed out the one for February. And I changed it. As you see up here, I put in the notes, make it 2 pages. So I do, on the workbooks, it's now 2 pages. So everyone that's already purchased their ebook, you're going to get the updated ebook. You're going to get the male and the female version because I can't tell who are males and females because when you buy it, it's just your email address. So I'll send out both versions, but you will get this. So it is bigger for you to write in there. Raheem was like, babe, those boxes are small. I'm like, oh, well, they're easy for me. But again, it's not just for me. So the updated version, so for you guys to print this month, it's a little bit bigger. However, my update for last month. Guys, doing this tracking has opened my eyes to several things that I was lacking in, right? As far as, I'm pretty good with my money, right? Meaning that I usually always have money. Okay, we're going to say it that way. However, doing this exercise and, one of the exercises is to actually your 2020 vision. So you are to write down anytime you're thinking about spending money and it's not a necessity, you're to write it on this sheet, right? So you'd write it on this sheet and you'd write the estimated dollar amount and you would check off whenever you transfer that into your savings. So I had told everybody that already had the workbook, you want to transfer that money immediately. So when you're in Walmart, you're in Wawa, you're wherever you are, and you're thinking about buying something that you know you're not supposed to have or you don't need, it's going against your it's going completely against your goals. Immediately log into your online banking and transfer that money, right? And so that's what I did. And I'll just name a few things that I was thinking about buying when I know I don't need it because it's going against my goals. It's going against my financial goals. It's going against my physical goals, right? All of those things. Walmart, the nails, right? Gas station, some chips, pop. I don't need that. That's going against my whole religion right now, right? Subway, didn't have a lunch packed, and I know I should have had something packed. And thinking about that, it's over there. My husband just bought me a what is that called? Hot Logic Mini, so that I could have my homemade meals in the truck with me, and that it will be hot when it's time for me to eat. So that was an awesome gift. Okay, so Amazon. I was looking at this little cutter. It's called Cricut. It's a cutter. It's $399. I don't need that for no reason at all. I really do not need that. I'm not doing anything that I need that for. But, it's like things like this that I love. And that little cutter, you can cut out these letters using the foil, you know, stickers, and you can create your own font and all that good stuff and make your own. I don't need that. That's one of those things that I know I could do and would like to do on my hobby time, but I don't need that. $339. Sushi, my daughter, a couple times. We finally did go once last month. We went once, but she asked several times. That's 26 bucks. Wendy's, right? Going out for breakfast. I woke up one day and wanted to take my husband out for breakfast because I didn't feel like I did not feel like cooking, y'all. And I just was like, you know what, Christine, that is going against your goal. It's going against your goal. So I got my butt up and I went and I made breakfast. No, you do not, Andrea. She said she already has the Cricut. She got it for her birthday. Girl, I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. I may get it one of these days, but it's going against my goals right now. So I'm not going to get it, but you can tell me all about it. Take Charge Nutrition. I see your comment on there. And I'll just go ahead and read it so I don't get too far. They said, if a parent paying for adult son policy, what is the max Lincoln if parent is owner of an adult son or daughter? It depends on the age of that son or the daughter. It could either be 15,000 or 10,000. And again, it depends on the age of that adult applicant. It's in your rate book in the front pages under third party applications. All right. So yeah. So tennis shoes, giving my sister money. Again, I said going out for breakfast. That was a few times I thought about that. Don't want to cook. That was for dinner, and it was 4 of us. That's usually going to run me about 120 bucks. The movies, which we have the movies at home, but I thought about it like, you know, this would really be nice. 48 bucks. So at the end of last month, I'm looking at 856 bucks. 856 bucks. It's pretty bad. Pretty good that I saved it, but pretty bad because these are little things that easily I would have just swiped a card, right? Not if I wasn't thinking about it, if I wasn't conscious of it, it would have just happened, okay? Now, I know without a shadow of a doubt, I would have spent more than this. But because of the fact that every single day I had this little chart sitting on my seat, on my clipboard while I'm out working, it was reminding me not to spend. So after some time, you stop thinking about spending money. Then it's like a habit. You just keep telling people, no, 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 I don't have any money for that. I don't have any money for that. And so I was doing that for the second half of the month. So I probably would be a double that, if not more, if I didn't catch on to not spending, right? So if you guys have been doing that this past month, I am so interested to see how much you have saved by tracking those thoughts of wanting to buy something and not buying it. How much have you saved? Put that down there. Hey, Patricia Voice, welcome, welcome. She said, I actually found your channel today looking for advice on how to sell life insurance without sounding like I'm selling. Oh, I got you. We'll get in that shortly. That's going to be part of our perception. All right. And that's going to be the second half of this live here. Tracking, as you see, that whole thing is tracked. I have everything tracked in front of me. Now, man, my apps. At the end of the month, at the bottom of this sheet, I have wins for the month. And the wins for me for the month of January is that I was able to help 22 people while I was out in the field. 22 people in the month of January. I ended the month with 12,700 in production. Well, actually 15,214, but 4 of those apps, which is for 2014, are rolled into February. So I ended the month with 12,700, which I was happy with that, especially because I have these other things that I do, hobbies, my I do my every Thursday. So obviously I'm not doing my Lincoln Heritage Insurance when I'm doing this, right? Because this literally takes a whole day. Sometimes it takes longer, but I am focused, 2020 perfect vision, that I will be doing the majority of my time in the field because I have big goals. I have big goals. Our app, 100 apps, right? 100 presentations, keeping track of your presentations and how many were sales, how many were not interested, how many people were broke. And at the end of, well, I'm not done. I will probably have the rest of this completed. Not probably, I will be done with this 100 presentations by the end of this month. And probably within really the next 2 weeks is my goal, because there's only 10, 20, 30, 40 more slots. So I plan on having this done because I'm gonna do more than 40 presentations in the month of February. All right. February is a huge month for me because, as a lot of you guys that have been following me for a while know, that my truck decided to act a little crazy on me 2 weeks ago now. And this is part of your perception, part of, how do you view the things that are going on in your life, whether it's in your business or in your household with your family. How are you perceiving your perception? How do you view everything that is going on? And the title that I put on the video, as well as on the emails that went out to you guys, was, are you living in hell or heaven right now? Right? How do you view your life? This topic came from a conversation that I was having with another agent about a week ago. All right. And, we talked. I talked to so many people, a lot of people via email. Some people, I talked to them on the phone or in person. And we end up having some really good conversations. I talked to a lot of my clients in the field, and they have serious stories. And a lot of times I can't help but to ask myself, like, I wonder how their life would be if their perception was different on what's going on, right? I wonder. I'm not perfect by any means. I don't always think of everything in a positive light. I think I do pretty good at it. My daughter had said today, which, made me feel good. And I was, blessed by it. We had to take care of some business today. And she had said, when she got in the car, she said, "Mom, I love going out with you." I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Because," she said, "everywhere you go, you make people feel good." Right. And I was like, wow, because of my energy, because we're laughing, we're pulling people into the conversation, and that's just what I do. I mean, I don't even think about it. It's just what I do. And that's one of those things, how are we living our lives? What are we thinking about? A lot of the reasons why individuals are not successful in any area of their lives is because of how they think, is their mindset, their perception, what they believe, right? What they believe. The pastor about 2 weeks ago was talking about, and I can't even remember the scripture, and I'm so mad right now, but he talked about the one story in the Bible. Hey, Elisa, good to see you, girlfriend. I see you over there. He was talking about the gifts. He was talking about the gifts that God had given to 3 individuals. One, he gave 5 gifts. One, he gave 2 gifts. And the other one, he gave 1 gift, or 5, 3, and 1. All right. They're personal gifts. And the gifts, he gave them the talents according to their gifts. And the talents equaled 20 years of your yearly salary, right? And so it was based on their talent, what they were able to do, their gifts, right? And the one that had the 5 gifts, he went and he doubled it. So when God came back, he had 10 to give back. The other one who had 3, he did the same thing. He invested the money and he ended up earning more money. And when God came back, he had 3 gifts. The last one, he was selfish. And the way that he said it in the scripture was, "I knew you were a hard God," right? "I knew you were strict, and I did not want to lose this one talent. So I buried it so that at least when you came back, I could give you your 1 talent back. And God was angry. Like, you selfish, you lazy individual. At least you could have taken that talent and put it in the bank to grow interest, right? And the reason why I think about that all the time is, you know, I'm like, we have gifts. All of us have individual gifts that God has already given us, and we are to work in our gifts. But a lot of us are so comfortable looking at other people and looking at what they can do or what they are doing that we discount ourselves. And so it keeps us a little bit from moving forward, or we start to look at our current lives or our situations as though we are in hell. Like, we hate our lives. I mean, how many people are on drugs? How many people are, addicted to alcohol? How many people are doing all these things because they're trying to numb the feeling of inadequacy, right? And only because they're looking at somebody else. Because if you were only dealing with you and you were really paying attention to all that you can do and all that you can be, you would not be depressed. If you really thought about the fact that you were created in God's image, like, what does that really mean, right? And so, thinking about, there's several different things that have happened in the last couple weeks, right? I will talk about the most recent that I shared on YouTube, which was where my truck it went dead on me, right? Couple ways I could have looked at that. Now, granted, after I sat there for 4.5 hours waiting on the tow truck, I was irritated. I was very irritated, right? And the reason I was irritated is not because, why would I have to wait this long, and I have a Mercedes Benz, and who do they think they are, and all that type of stuff. I was irritated because I did not bring my iPad. I did not have my bag, my work bag with me, and I was wasting time. I felt like I was wasting time. I did 2 videos while I was sitting in the car. It ended up getting cold, and I'm steady calling them back and forth, like, okay, did you guys not know where I am, so forth and so on. But it felt as though I was wasting my life because it was 4.5 hours of me sitting in the car. And I'm not a scroller through, social media. I'll scroll every now and then, but 4 hours, I'm like, oh my God. I could have gotten like a whole website done. So those were the things that I was thinking about, and that caused me to be irritated, right? The guy got there. I wasn't angry at him. I wasn't mad at him. I didn't give him the blues, right? And I know so many people that would have, oh my God, right? I did not put my irritation on him at all. He was happy. I was happy. Thank God you're here. Thank you so much. He explained to me that, they needed a certain truck to be able to get my truck up because it locked up. My wheels would not move or anything. That's one thing of how, I was dealing with that. I could have made that real bad. I could have really made him mad, and he could have told me he had no room in his truck to drive me to the, to the dealer. I would have been stuck in Oakland, right? My husband was out of town working. I'd have been trying to find somebody to come get me or call to Uber, whatever. It could have been worse, but I decided with a positive attitude to continue to deal with that. Moving forward, the next day, because the dealer was closed, I got a ride down there, which was fine. They told me, they gave me a loaner, which was great. I pulled off a couple hours later. They called me and they let me know that it's going to cost $4,200 to fix my truck. I could have been like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, how? How in the world is this 4,200? And I'm already on the mindset, which is one of the reasons why I started like tracking the bills, right? What I owe, what needs to be deleted, what do I need to cancel? Where can I save the money? Because I'm working to paying off this truck early so that I can trade it in, and I'm going to get a different vehicle, right? One that I can save more, because I want to put a whole bunch of money towards my retirement, because I am getting older, right? I'm 46. Should have been thinking about that a little bit sooner, but it's never too late, right? All these things I could be thinking about. And I'm like, okay, all right, no problem. I have the loaner. let me go out here, and the blessing with the insurance industry is you can make that money. So it's like, I don't have to really touch what I'm saving. Let me just go out here and make the money, period, right? Perception. Then I get a phone call. You guys will not believe the phone call that I got. I got a phone call that one of the drivers crashed my truck. Yeah, you heard me. They backed my truck into another vehicle and tore up my bumper. Now I know you're probably thinking like, oh my God. All right, so let's go back to the last 5 weeks. Uncle died. We were concerned about my aunt because they were together since she was a teenager. She's in a nursing home. She's old. Thought she was going to end up dying right behind him, dealing with the family members, all of this stuff, dealing with that death of my Uncle John. My mom getting sick, ended up going into the hospital. We weren't sure what was going on with her. She couldn't breathe. It goes on and on. Now the truck, right? Now they crashed my truck. And so the guy is like, he could hardly breathe trying to tell me that they wrecked my truck, right? And I said, okay, wait a minute. Because I'm driving. I'm on my way to work. I'm on my way to go help somebody else. And I said, okay, wait a minute. His name is Chris. I said, okay, Chris, hold on. Are you just trying to tell me that you guys wrecked my truck and that you're going to have my truck a little bit longer than we expected? He said, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. We're going to take care of everything. We're going to give you a nice discount on your bill. And if we have to get a whole new bumper, we'll don't even worry about it. Okay. I was like, no problem. Thank you for the call. Take your time. Just tell the guys, don't wreck anything else. All right. Because I need my truck. But take your time. In my mind, I'm sitting here thinking about the scratch that was already on the bumper. Right? Because I backed up into the garage and we have a pole in the middle of the daggone garage to hold the house up, and I bumped it. And I'm thinking, hey, they giving me a new bumper, winning. So now when I trade the truck in, I don't have to worry about that bumper and them saying they're going to take out a couple $100 because it's scratched up. I was like, thank you, Lord. I have a loaner. I'm still running the roads. I'm running. And since I've had this little truck, it's a nice truck, but since I've had it, I've been up and down the road 5 times. The miles are on their vehicle, not mine, right? Perception. Now, am I a little more careful about being in their truck? Absolutely. Absolutely, because it is their truck. However, I am focused on, I'm getting this money together to pay off this truck, get the money to pay off that, that new bill. And I'm not going to have to worry about this in the next couple months, right? Perception. Jump into another subject, another situation. And I talked to somebody else about some things, but I'll keep it on me, right? My husband, about a week ago, he decided he wanted to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4:45, 4:50, whatever, with our son and work out at 5 in the morning, right? Now, I had a deal on this, but last year I had paid a lady about $350 to train me. And it was at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I would get up and I would leave and I'd go to the gym at 5 in the morning. I would come home and I'd have to go to bed early because I was exhausted. I was also doing keto and my body was just trying to get adjusted to this because I had never done this before. And I was exhausted, y'all. And my husband was like, this chick, first of all, he was like, you didn't even have the discussion with me. Like, you don't even know how this is affecting the whole household because you're like cooking, we're eating earlier and you're out, right? I'm in bed and then I'm getting up early in the morning and I'm out, right? So I did this for 6 weeks. It was a problem. And I was just like, okay, I'm a morning person. I would prefer to do everything in the morning, early in the morning. He's not so much of a morning person. However, this year, he is seeing some different things. Like, you know what? So what if I'm not a morning person? His son is definitely not a morning person. And he's like, we need to break these habits. They're getting up at 4:40, 4:50 in the morning to work out. Now I could sit here and be whole attitude, right? And some people may even say that I have the right to feel that way. But instead, I'm jumping up with them. And I'm like, okay, they're up. I can get this done. I can do that. I can read this. I can do the things that I want to do because they're up. And I love the music. And when he's up, he has the music going, and I feel amazing. So my life is heaven. I'm in heaven right now, and that's a choice. I could have chose to make it a problem. I could have chose to sit there like, how dare you did it, but I didn't. I found the positive in it. My truck, when they wrecked the truck, I could have found all kinds of things to go off on, but I didn't. I'm like, okay, how can I make this a positive for me? What can I do? Right? Excuse me. What can I do? Like the kids, I'm about to kick them out and send them upstairs, right? So it's how we are viewing everything. When you're going out in the field,
Hi guys. What's going on?
always, when I'm in the field, when you're in the field, when life is happening, take a minute, take a breath, and just think about what is really going on and how can you make this a positive, right? How can this be a positive, even in death? I didn't do a video at all, and still won't. And I know you guys know who I'm talking about, but the kids were even thinking like, how could God let that happen? You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so you guys are so caught up on someone who's famous because it's all over the internet, it's all over the TV. And, I hurt because of that. Because in my mind, I think I'm a wife, I'm a mother. God forbid my husband and one of my kids die, right? That's where my pain came in and my sorry for the family. But it's like that happens every day. Every day. People are dying every day. It's not about, God. It's not about how could he let that happen. We were born to die because of what happened all the way in the beginning with Adam and Eve, right? But it's how are we viewing the things that are going on? What can you learn from these things? Jumping into this comment on here, where Patricia, I'm sorry, I had to scroll back up, said, looking for advice on how to sell life insurance without sounding like a salesperson, like I'm selling. That's a perception. And I understand that one because I do not like salespeople. I am one who, I do not like going to the mall, going shopping. I don't. I do not like going into anywhere where somebody's going to come up to me and say, hi, can I help you? And they want to follow me around and they want to give me suggestions. I'm sorry, I do not care for it at all. And I might need some help. All I want somebody to say is, hey, my name is Christine. If you need anything or any help, let me know. And I will holler for you and I will ask when I need it. But I don't like anybody following me around. I don't like nobody trying to sell me anything. Never did. Right? So I get it. And in the beginning of this journey in life insurance, I didn't want to be here because I thought about this was going to be selling and I don't like to sell. I don't want to be a salesperson, right? However, we are selling everything all the time. And I had to learn that when you go to a movie and you love the movie, it is all that it moved you, had you feeling great and all this other good stuff. What do? You immediately go out and you call your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friends. You're telling the people on the line, oh my God, are you going to go see that movie? I just saw it. It is amazing. You're selling it from your energy, from your passion. Already, you're selling it. You're just not making a profit from that sale. You go get your nails done, or you go and get your hair done, or guys, you get your face trimmed up. You get a massage and you absolutely love it. What do? You call your friends. Oh man, you definitely got to check this so-and-so out. Man, this was amazing. You're selling. You're just not getting a profit for it. And when you're talking about life insurance, what I've learned, this is a product that everybody needs, right? I'm a Mary Kay consultant. I've been a Mary Kay consultant since I was about 22 years old. I love the product. I didn't put my face on the day, but I love the product. I will always be a consultant because I love to get my product for 50% off, right? If any of my friends or anybody ever asks for something, they can get it for 50% off and they'll just pay for their tax and their shipping. I don't care. I'm not in it for profit. I love the product. It is amazing. It has my skin amazing, right? Nobody needs Mary Kay. They just don't. That's selling. Me going out trying to tell you need lip gloss or you need eyeliner or you need mascara or you need foundation or you need skincare. Like, that's selling. Now, we all should be on a skincare program. I do believe in that. But everything else, it's selling. Life insurance, we are all going to die. We don't know when. We don't know how. But we're dying. We're dying right now. And this is a program. It is a product that is going to bless somebody else. And so when I think about that, when I think about my Lincoln heritage, is which company I represent, when I think about these clients and when I'm knocking on their door, when I'm riding down the street and I'm looking at the lead piece and I'm reciting their name so I don't mess it up when I go and knock on the door, like, I practice saying the name so that it's as if I already know them. I'm thinking about them as if we already know each other, right? I'm not selling them. I'm providing a service. I'm allowing them to pick. So if you're going in a house and you're telling them you have to have a $20,000 policy, you have to have a $35,000 policy because you're thinking about your light bill and how much money you need to get paid, and you're thinking about how much they're going to pay and how much commission you're going to make on that while you're sitting there, you're selling. You will not make it in this industry. I'm just keeping it real. It's a benefit. Go in there with a servant's heart. Go in there to serve the people, to make sure that you are helping them with a plan that they can afford and that's going to help their family. And it won't feel like selling to you, I promise. Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. And let me know in the comments, because I'm looking at the comments. I'm going to shut you guys off. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Perception is everything. It is everything. When you wake up in the morning, and if you're waking up and you're just groggy, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to wake up. I'm so tired. Trust me, your whole day is going to be like blah. Right? And I'm not like this every morning. I promise you I'm not. But I'm grateful to wake up because my sister died in her sleep. So I guess I have a different perception on it. I woke up, I'm like, okay, let's get it. We got another day to do something right? Have another day to make it right. I have goals. I have vision. Like, one of the journals that I created earlier today is the dream book, because these things come to me in my dreams. Like, God literally talks to me, and I believe it's God talking to me. Yes, I do. In my dreams. And I'll see the daily sheets. I'll see how to do these things. And I'm like, I can't wait to get downstairs to get it done. But I can't do that every day because I need to go out and do my job, which is helping more than you even know. A lot of the things I create for me, and it just blesses other people. And I don't know why our YouTube is acting up today. Last week it was Facebook cutting up. This week it's YouTube. But the dream book, my dream book is literally for when I normally in the middle of the night, I'll roll over and I'm writing on a piece of paper, because when I wake up, all the way up, I forget. So that's what my little dream book is for. It's just for me to doodle it, no lines or anything. I'm just writing whatever it's in there. And then when I get up, I understand what it is. Like, just like showing you little like numbers. And I'm just showing that real quick because that's what happens. I write the stuff down. And then when I get a minute, I can come and I can put it all together. And it ends up being amazing. You guys have the same thing in you too. Maybe not as much, but you have the gifts in you too. You have the ability to look at everything and anything that is going on in your life and make it a positive. You can make it joyful. You can live it as, okay, God, I know you got me because I'm in heaven right now. And I know every now and then hell's going to try to tip in, but because I'm going to stay on the light side. I'm going to be the light. I'm not going to allow that dark to come in here at all. I can't allow it to overpower me. And the only way that the darkness is going to empower me is if I put my energy towards it, if I focus on it. I have a lot of bills, right? Whose fault is that? Mine, right? I was looking at, and I laugh. I just laugh. So I had printed out an old one. This is from like a year ago, where I had it all on a spreadsheet. Just all of those are bills, y'all. And these are bills. These are not even my little fun iTunes, my little app charges that I told you guys I got rid of at the beginning of January. That was $300. That's not even on there. $308 to be exact. So I have those things down, right? And then I have it broken down. And this one I'm not going to show you because it has my bank account numbers on there because I have several different accounts. But the funny thing is I have one account here and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thing come that account. Yes, I said 24. This other account, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 23. And the other account, auto pay. Too many, y'all. Too much. This was last year's shenanigans. Last year's. And so this year, and I don't have my full sheet in front of me, but on one of the other videos, I had showed you guys where I broke down the bills that I have and all of the things that I was able to delete. But I can show you on here because I had them on the cue cards. So what I did was I wrote down, and you see on this one, if you didn't, it said cancellation on there. But all of my different bills, I wrote them on my little cue cards, and I got this from the dollar store. I had a whole stack of them for $1, and I wrote down everything that I was paying, everything that was coming out of my bank accounts, the due date, the balances, the limits, everything. And that's what I started with was my cue cards, and I trimmed it all the way down. Canceled a ton of things. Took me a couple hours to call, because you guys know when you call these creditors and you call all these little fun things, you have to go through the automated system. But I did it, and I sat through it, and I feel so much better coming into 2020 with only the things that I should be paying, which is not nowhere near all of that. That was so much little apps. $6.95 here, $10.95 there, $12.99 there, $14.99 there, $49.99 here. All of these little apps and things that I was able to find on a different device for free. Just doing a little bit of research, right? I'm creating more of my heaven here on earth by being clear about what I want, where I am, the decisions I've made, right? The good and the bad, because that's the only way that I can move forward. Not blaming anybody else, not accusing anybody else. I'm responsible for my life right now. I'm responsible for whether I am happy or I'm sad. I cannot control all the different things that go on. What does that say?
Hate yourself.
Oh, girl, my daughter. And now I forgot what I was saying.
That was based off of what you were saying. That's why I was
Oh, so she was showing me her tattoo that says "Create Yourself" that we went and got last year, and she was saying based on what I'm always saying. But yes, so you have to be that one. Like it's up to you. We cannot control. That's what I was saying. We cannot control what other people do or what happens, but we can control how we view it. We can slow down. We can feel more, we can feel sorry for other people. And when we're door knocking and people come to the door and they're angry and they're mean, that's not about you. I promise. It's not about you. No client, no potential client, no lead, nobody can make me feel bad about me or about my job or about me coming out here knocking on the door or not making a phone call or not setting an appointment. They cannot make me feel bad anymore. They used to, because I didn't understand my role. I didn't understand my position. I didn't understand why I was here, right? But now that I do, and I understand that, like, I'm creating this life, I'm gonna just mark on there, they're having a bad day. And yes, I'm coming back and I'm gonna knock on that door again because it's my job to protect them and their family. I'm coming back. I haven't had a chance to present to you. I'm coming back, right? Period. So that's perception. Patricia's voice, that's what's on there. And I guess that's your name too. But that's a perception. The same as when people think, I don't want to knock on somebody's door at 6 o'clock or 7 because it's dinner time. Guess what? I still didn't eat dinner yet. It's 9:15. I think my husband just finished it at 8. He came in and cooked for us. He blessed us today and cooked. 8 o'clock. Like, you don't know when somebody's dinner is because maybe that's the time you eat. We have to get out of our minds and stop, making this business, any business, complicated. Just do what's necessary. Do the job. Knock the doors, smile, be pleasant, be happy, be ready to serve, and deal with whatever comes, right? If they come to the door all angry, just let them know, I always put my hand right on my chest. I'm sorry, did I catch you at a bad time? Well, listen, I'm up here all the way from so-and-so, right? You must be special that the company sent me all the way out here. I'm only here to help to protect you and your family. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes and I'll be out of your hair, right? When you have that, when you're concerned and you're sincere, you're going to get in more doors. You're not going to look as like a salesperson. They know they need it. It's life insurance. They know they need it. All right. So again, I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. And guys, welcome again, Christine Austin Ill. If this is your first time joining me on a live, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so that you are notified whenever I upload any videos. Join the mailing list. You can do that at ChristineAustinIll.com, and that's CHRISTINE.com. That's the web page. Visit that often because I'm updating things regularly, and the front page is going to change a little bit within the next 2 days, but all the content is going to be uploaded there. And yes, we have lots of information. Any questions, any comments, anything else? I ran over 30 minutes, y'all. I tried, but we need to focus your own energy. Focus on what it is that you're doing. What is it that you're thinking about? It's up to you. Your life is up to you. Tomorrow's not promised. Do you really want to sit around here moping and groping and being depressed because you don't have $1 million sitting in your bank account? Right? I mean, really? Stop it. What you're going to do to change where you are today, if you need to change, if you want to change. And most of you guys that are on my channels, you want to change. That's why you're here. This is why we're always plugging in to learn, to hear something different, because it may be that one thing that just kicks you out of your bed, kicks you out of your house, kicks you out of that car. Stop sitting on the side of the road on Facebook and Instagram. Unless you're learning about get on YouTube and learn about your objections or get it from your manager, right? What you need in order to overcome people telling you no, or that they need to think about it. All of those things you get through training, not sitting in your car, right? Again, unless you're on one of my schools, my platforms for training, and because it is on your cell phone to be able to look up the objections and things like that in your training videos. Again, if you're socially scrolling and you're not learning anything, stop it. Stop it. You are affecting your life. Period. We all need to work. We need to make money in order to make it in this world. Go out and do the thing that you can do and do it to the best of your ability. Somebody had said last week, you need to constantly work as though you are working unto the Lord, because it's not about your manager. It's not about your upline. It's not about your job if you work a 9 to 5. It is about God. It is about what he has already given you that you need to focus on, because we're all supposed to live in abundance. All of us. There is more than enough money to go around. You don't have to backstab anybody. You don't have to steal anybody's, policies if you're doing life insurance. You don't have to steal anybody's customers if you're doing something else. You just don't. Just do your part. Show up, and show up with a great attitude. And if you smile all day and you say good morning to everybody and good afternoon and good evening, even if they don't say it back to you, you better not sit there and be like, forget you. Don't do that. Don't let their negative energy jump on you. Just keep on smiling as if you didn't even hear that they didn't respond. Keep on going. Don't let other people affect your energy. It's up to you guys. Period. And I'm working on that too. Every now and then, somebody might catch me and I'm like, and only the closest ones to you could really catch you like that. But you still have to work even in that instance to make sure that that doesn't happen, right? Because your good energy could actually help change theirs. So remember that. You are the power. You have the control. It is your choice to live in heaven or to be in hell right here, right now. And with that, guys, I'm done. Next couple days, I'm going to be posting videos. So again, if you are not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell, because I have 3 different videos I'm working on with that new little system. So make it a little more professional. Some have fun with that. It won't be live, so you won't get an email, but it will be uploaded. So if you're subscribed and you hit that bell, you will know when it is posted. So with that, I'm out, guys. Any questions, any comments? I will give it a minute to check, because I know that there's a little lag on YouTube. Facebook already shut down. Any questions or comments for me while you have me? And it could be on anything. It could be on any topic at all. Going once, going twice. All right, guys. We'll be blessed. Have a great evening. Print out your schedule. Guys, and make sure that you are tracking your activity and your work. You cannot go where you cannot see. All right? Visualize it, plan it out, and just get it done. No excuses. 2020, perfect vision. Peace.